Hey friends, I'm back with part 4 of emergency preparedness. So when emergencies happen, sometimes having good hygiene and having a clean space can make all the difference. So I suggest having paper plates, paper bowls, and throwaway disposable cutlery on hand for your emergency situation. If the power goes out and maybe you're having to wash dishes in the dark, that's going to be hard. Maybe your well house is electric, now you have no water. If you only have bottled water or you're limited on water, you don't really want to waste it on washing dishes. Just throw those plates away. If you normally don't use paper plates and you're only using them in emergency situations, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. There's so many eco-friendly options out there. Don't worry about it. Just do what's best for you and your family. If you want to have extra water on hand to wash dishes, that's completely fine. That's completely up to you. I'm not that girl. I'm going to have paper plates on hand so I can just not worry about it. Cleaning supplies I suggest for emergency situations are literally Clorox wipes or something similar. Something that's already pre-applied, wet, ready to go. And I suggest something like that because a lot of cleaning supplies you have to wash off or rinse off after cleaning the surface. And a lot of times with those wipes, and it depends on the wipe and the brand, so read your packaging, but you just let it air dry and the surfaces are safe to use. Obviously, have a pack of paper towels or napkins. A lot of the times after holidays, napkins go on sale. They may be decorative. You may have 4th of July or Christmas or Halloween or Hanukkah or whatever napkins that are extra, but they go on super discount after those holidays, and those are the ones I like to stock up on that I can use in emergency situations or just everyday use, because really who cares what's on a napkin. But they're good for cleaning up. They're good for hygiene. They're also good for fire starters if you need one. Wet wipes, baby wipes, shower wipes, whatever you call them, I think those are essential for emergency preparedness. When bathing isn't available, a good wet wipe, boy, it will go a long way. When we went camping this past summer, or actually the summer before, we spent 2 weeks out on the road. Let me tell you, a lot of national parks don't have showers. So those big shower wipes are really, really nice. They keep you feeling like a normal person. So I just suggest keeping a few packages of those on hand and just keep them rotated, just so they don't dry out. Having some extra trash bags on hand is a fantastic idea for emergency preparedness. Not only will it handle all those paper plates and stuff you're throwing away, but it will also handle your bathroom waste if you have it. In emergency situations, you don't always have access to a functioning bathroom. Did your pipes freeze? Did your well house lose power? Those are situations where you might consider having an emergency portable potty. You can make an emergency toilet very easily. I mean, mainly all you need is a trash bag. Other than that, you need a bucket. And I like to use a 5-gallon bucket, but you can use a 3-gallon. I heard there are larger sizes. I don't know. I mean, you could probably use a trash can too. But there are attachments that you can get for your 5-gallon bucket to make it more comfortable. And I've linked all this in my Amazon storefront so you can look at it and do some research. But the 5-gallon bucket, there is an attachment. It's like a toilet seat, and it just clicks right on top of the 5-gallon bucket. So what you would do to set it up is you would put your bag, and you can use compostable liners, you can use trash bags. If you don't have that, I mean, you can wash and rinse it. But again, in emergency situations, are you going to have the water to do that? So that's why I say I have extra trash bags. But they do make specific liners for these 5-gallon buckets. So anyway, you get your 5-gallon bucket, you put a liner in it, and then you put the attachable toilet seat on top of it. And it opens and closes just like a toilet. So once you go, you can close the lid if you're not ready to change the bag just yet. It is so handy. I grew up camping out in the sticks, and we used something like that way back then, 40 years ago. And I still use things like that today when we go camping and there's no bathrooms. It's a little comfort, a little home comfort when you're out in the woods. I know it's not necessary, but it's nice to have. So that's one of those things I say put in your emergency preparedness section of your house, a closet, drawer, whatever, is one of those toilet seats. It makes life a little bit more comfortable in a bad situation. Now, when you set up that toilet, you have the option to put stuff in there to help mitigate some of the smell. You can put diapers in there, like used, maybe your kid outgrew them. You put the diaper in the bottom, opened, facing up, and you can use that as something to absorb liquids. It really does help. You can use kitty litter, pine straw. There's all kinds of stuff you can put in there. Think of like what you would put in an animal's cage, you know, like your ferret or gerbil, whatever. Any of that kind of stuff you can put in the bottom. I've heard of people doing hay, newspapers, all kinds of stuff. They do have bedpan liners that you could buy and put in there. They're actually very affordable. I have some in my emergency preparedness kit, but those little things like that are not necessarily necessary, but they're helpful. And if you do have a tub of kitty litter that you either use for your cat or you're using for this emergency situation of putting it in the toilet to help absorb smells and liquids and things, you can also use that kitty litter to make friction on ice. So if you have a very slippery driveway or you're stuck and you can't get out, you can use kitty litter to help you get unstuck. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3, go back and watch those. And y'all feel free to ask me any questions. If there's something that I haven't covered that you have a question about, I would love to answer you the best I can. Thanks for watching. Bye.